Well, folks, it's not looking good. Stocks are crashing across the board after we got Trump's reciprocal tariffs yesterday. I'm sure all of you guys saw that at this point. That is causing mass panic throughout the markets. All the indexes are down in the US market, the European market, the Chinese market, you name it, and the VIX is up 30%. We have to break down the charts, stocks I bought today, overall, where my head's at right now. But first, guys, come on, hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe here on YouTube. It's free, and we're on the road to 100K subs. And with that being said, cheers. Take a sip of your coffee. You're going to need it for this video, and let's dive into it. So check it out. It's about noon on the East Coast right now, and we have the S&P 500 down 3.8%. QQQ, get ready for this, guys, is down 4.4%, and the Russell, the Russell index here is down almost 6%, as the Dow Jones is down 1,400 points, down 3.2%. Destruction across the board here, guys, as the volatility index, which, are you surprised? I'm not surprised. It is up almost 30%. This is unreal, guys. The VIX is now pushing levels that we were at about a month ago. We hit 30 on the VIX earlier in March, and we also hit 28 roughly points back in the middle of December. So we are now at a multi-month high pretty much on the VIX. And if we crack 30, we start pushing there, pushing past 30, we're going to be pretty much at almost a, 8-month high on the VIX. The VIX got to 65 points back in August. I'm not sure if you guys remember that. That was insane. We're not there yet, anywhere near 65, but let's just say there is a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fear around what's going to happen next with China, these different countries, the EU. Are they going to retaliate with more tariffs? Is this going to spark off a massive trade war? There's so much going on right now, and stocks are just getting obliterated across the board. SPY is clearly now taking out the lows from a couple of weeks ago, from early mid-March, and now we're pretty much at the same levels we were at back in the end of August, early September. So we've given back a good 6-7 months worth of gains. You guys can see here back early September we hit 538, 540. That's pretty much where we're at now. And if that breaks, we could be going down lower 500s, 505, 510. Right? That could be where we go. If things get really ugly, if the sell-off starts to accelerate, we could be playing in that gap right there. And on QQQ, let me show you this, guys. Obviously, we're taking out the lows from March. I think we were doing that yesterday. Obviously, we're doing that today. And if I draw this trend line out, you can see right here, we're now pretty close to where we were early September, 446, 445. We're getting there. And if that were to break, guys, we might be playing down to this gap, down to 420. We hit 420 in the beginning of August, right? That could be where we go if things get really ugly. Let's say we get some additional tariffs slapped on. It's possible. It's possible. And for me, let me show you guys what I ended up doing today. As I'm sure you could imagine, I bought stocks today. What else is new? Go figure, right? I bought some stocks today. So right off the bat, I added more Amazon. I added more Amazon this morning at about $182 per share. We obviously broke through this 190 support, filled the gap that we called out down to 180. So I added more there, and we actually dumped down to 177 shortly after I bought, which is all right. And the next gap here to fill is maybe down to 168, 170, which is where the stock held support back in the end of August, early September. That would be where I buy next, about 168, 170, 172. So I added more Amazon this morning. I love this company, guys, for the long term. I think it's a great buy right now for me. Of course, you must do your own research, as I'm sure you're not surprised. I bought more NVIDIA as well. Bought more NVIDIA at $103 per share. Now it's at 103.50. We're down 6% on the day on NVIDIA. So I was live on TikTok earlier for an hour and a half. We were yapping about stocks, talking about this, that, and I was watching NVIDIA at the same time. And by the way, make sure to go follow me on TikTok, guys, at Stas Talks Stocks. That's linked down below. We were watching NVIDIA that whole time, and we timed the buy pretty well because it rallied a little bit in the morning to 105, 106. I held on my hands, or sat on my hands during that rally, waited for the drop. We got it, and then I bought more. Like I said, at 103, pretty much 103 flat. And my next target on NVIDIA to buy more is under $100. If we're able to take this point out, let me draw the support out right here. You can see it, 103, 102. Not only is support now, but it was also support back in March, also back in the beginning of September. If we fall through that point, $97 is the immediate next support, followed by $90 flat. $90 flat is where we hit early August, and I'll be buying that whole drop if it comes, right? If we fall from 103 to $90, I'm going to be buying on the way down there. And ultimately, man, I'm trying to get this average cost in the 90 to 100 range if it's possible. That would be ideal for me, for my long-term NVIDIA position. So I bought more Amazon, bought more NVIDIA, and I bought more Alphabet, bought some more at 153. This one's actually not doing that bad today, only down 3%, not too bad, considering other big tech names are getting demolished. Apple's down 8%. Think about that. We have stocks like Amazon, we just saw it, down 7%. NVIDIA's down 6%. So Google being down only 3% is not too bad. So I added more Google, and I bought more VTI, the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund ETF. I'm buying more, baby. That's what I ended up doing today. So nothing too crazy on my end. I didn't buy any new stocks. I am eyeing up Tesla, like I have said before. It's at 267 right now. I don't know. I'm on the fence about buying this one. I kind of want to wait a little bit for it to come down a bit more. But then again, I'm like, what if it just rips to 300 plus now? Then I missed the boat. So I might consider adding a little bit here as a starter position and then go from there. But overall, guys, it's a bloodbath, and we're not surprised. I'm not surprised. I know a lot of you guys aren't either. And I was on live, like I said, TikTok live, and a lot of people were panicking. They're like, Stas, should I sell? Should I get out of my portfolio? Should I try and get out and time the bottom? What should I do? And the reality is, man, nobody knows where the bottom is, right? Nobody knows where the bottom is. And if people are like, oh, I'm going to sell out and time the bottom, guess what? You might sell out and save on some losses. Sure, it could go down lower, but buying back in is where it's difficult because it might drop lower. You might miss the bottom, it starts rebounding, and then you're like, oh, it's going to go back down. But guess what? It might not go back down, and it starts continuing to push, and then you never buy back in. And there's a book, I think it's right behind me, actually. Yeah, I think it's The Psychology of Money. It's right behind my head here. That's what it's called. And that book talks about how if you missed the 20 best days in the stock market or the 15 best days in the stock market, right? You missed out on a massive return. Your returns would be a lot less if you were in cash trying to time the market and you missed these big rebound days. Does that make sense? So that is a big reason why for the majority of people, it's just smart to be fully invested. Sure, have cash on the sidelines, but continue to dollar cost average, have money at play, because if you miss these big rebound days, your returns are going to be a lot less, right? If you're investing in index funds and, blue chip stocks and so forth, if you're investing in penny stocks or something like that, riskier names, I don't know what to tell you, but if you're in it for the long term, if you have a long-term mentality, don't panic sell. You're going to be kicking yourself when this market rebounds. And I just don't don't see a scenario where it doesn't rebound. If you guys think about it, Trump is all about ego, right? I made the economy great. I made the stock market great. I just can't see a scenario where the market collapses his entire term. It's just not going to happen. It's not, in my opinion. So it might be rough for the first year of his term, but ultimately I see a rebound. I see a rebound, and in a couple of years, man, we're going to be thankful about these drops right here that we bought, right? But I'm not telling you guys what to buy, what to do. I'm not a financial advisor, yada, yada, yada. But don't panic sell. I'll tell you that. Don't panic sell because you're going to regret it. Trust me. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap up the video. Smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Come on, we're on the road to 100K subs here on YouTube. Join my free email list. I send out my top stocks every week. That is linked down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next video.